Hey, what's up everybody? Dr. Weaver here again with our last workshop of January. I can't believe this month has went by super fast. Please tell me you are bunkered down, staying warm. It is freezing out. The weather has been chaotic, but again, every day is a great day to learn something new. So, our workshop today is building your immune system, natural cold and flu remedies, and prevention that we're going to dive into. At the end of the workshop today, we're going to also share what our February topics are coming up. I'm really excited about those. Again, remember, February, Tuesdays at 6 p.m., you're invited, whether you're a patient, current patient, want to be a patient, any community members who want to learn about health and how we can be preventative. We're diving into that, and you all are welcome to be here in person. The other great thing we're going to do, our goal, and we almost have this totally filled for the year, is to have one guest, whether that's from another business, another health related business, a guest speaker that is going to do a workshop with us. So we already have that planned out for February in the next few months, but we'll share that at the end. So again, our main goal, again, with all these educational topics is to inform our patients and our community so they can make healthier decisions. We know for a fact, educated patients and educated community as a whole make healthier decisions. So most people, in regards to cold and flu, think about health or think about these things once it's happened and once it's transpired. So every year, cold and flu season costs millions of work days, school days, direct cost, indirect cost in businesses, but most people wait until they're sick. Pause, stop. This sentence right here, most people wait until they're sick to act. That is our biggest mission here at Apex, is what can we do ahead of time to keep these things, if they happen, to a minimum, and how we can have a healthy, active lifestyle. Today we're going to dive into a few simple things to strengthen your immune system and be proactive so that you can, if you do get sick, how you can recover even faster. So I want you to think about this. How many times in a 365-day cycle would you say that you become ill or sick? Just think about that. Think about, has there ever been a time that you haven't been sick in a year span? And oftentimes I do hear this with patients and new patients who come up and say that they have less symptoms, even less allergies and less colds when they've been adjusted on a regular basis. So how our immune system works. The immune system is influenced by different things. Our nervous system, sleep, nutrition, stress, and movement. I want to highlight the two S words here, sleep and stress, really quickly. I want you to really think about this. One of the examples I like to use with patients is, when we were going through board exams in chiropractic school, and if you've ever been through really stressful moments in exams or finals, and again, I use that as an example, most people have low sleep, we're stressed to the max, our nutrition is terrible, we may and may not still work out because we need a mental break anyway, but these things really suffer. And when I reflect on that and think about that, a lot of people get sick after those exams or those big climatic points in their life because we drain our body. Again, anytime I say this is an inverse relationship. The higher our stress, our immune system's to the floor. So we got to keep these things in balance. Sleep, nutrition, and movement. So chiropractic care, we support the nervous system and how the nerves communicate with our body. Again, as it's listed here, our brain, our spinal cord to our organs. So again, this right here is one of our biggest educational tools with new patients, even current patients, is our nervous system addresses different parts of our body, and it's a relationship that goes from our brain to our spinal cord to our body and back. And typically, if that is interfered with, whether subluxations or a lot of inflammation, anything to really agitate the system and throw that off, we can end up with possible symptoms. Whereas typical model is, here's a symptom, here's a pill. Here's a symptom, here's a pill. Well, if that doesn't work, here's the injections and surgeries and things like that. So we want to keep our nervous system thriving. If you even look at how our nervous system was designed, it's one of the first things that develops when a woman becomes pregnant. In design, our brain and spinal cord are the only things totally encapsulated and encompassed in bone for protection. And again, I believe it was one of our topics earlier, we talked about how strong bone actually is. I mean, even our vital organs have really minimum protection. Yes, we have our rib cage, but it's very easy to break that. Our kidneys have no protection in their back, and half of our organs are exposed in our stomach. So, again, immune system is not just about vitamins. I laugh because one of the most common things that I hear if I ever ask about a patient, do you take any supplements, or if they've become sick, what are you taking? Emergency is like the first thing. Vitamin C has been such a big marketing push. Yes, vitamin C is important. I personally don't believe that it is the most important supplement that you should take when you become ill. But again, it's all about how well your body is communicating with itself and how it adapts. So, again, things that we recommend. Number one, sleep. This helps our body, reset. Again, I try to squeeze the most amount of time out of a day, but at the end of the day, experts and everybody that we talk to and collaborate with, we all agree that sleep is the part where your body just gets to chill out and recover. And without that, our stress is inverse. It continues to rise. We're irritable. We don't recover. Our nutrition's terrible, and such. So again, I love this part here. A dark, cool room is ideal, and consistent bedtime. If you've had a job that you've worked forever, you probably almost don't even have to set an alarm because you're so used to waking up at a certain time. So rhythm and consistency is something that your body strives for. Again, 7 to 9 hours. I typically ask patients, and most commonly I probably hear 5 to 6 hours in terms of hours of sleep. Nutrition. So again, as we discussed earlier this month, protein is a super important thing. Again, I'm pro fruits and vegetables, healthy fats, big one right here. Again, omega-3s. These are anti-inflammatories that help keep inflammation down. Again, one of the big things that we pay attention to in our office is how inflamed our bodies are, because we know inflammation supports pretty much every disease. So we want to keep that to a minimum. Hydration. Again, if you're a patient in our office, you hear us drive this home almost every single visit. Again, the general rule of thumb that we like to prescribe is half your body weight in ounces of day. Again, water helps the mucous membranes trap viruses and dispose of those. So we want a hydrated body. Stress management. Chronic stress suppresses immune function. Again, this is a huge problem in America. It's chronic stress. Quick tools. Again, we've talked about breathing, deep breathing, breath work in our earlier exercise video this month. Short walks. Again, if you've been anywhere around us, you hear us talk about 10-minute walks. That talk is scheduled for later this year, and the benefits of just hopping up and going on a 10-minute walk and back. And gratitude journaling. Once again, if you ever have seen any of our previous workshops, we talk about gas cards. The G, what we're grateful for. A, our actions for the day. And S, how we can support others. Those, again, are quick, little, easy things. I mean, you can knock these out in a short, brief moment in the morning. Gas cards take me about 60 seconds anymore. Movement and chiropractic care. Again, regular movement. We talk about movement as a natural painkiller, but again, it also helps in lymphatic drainage. If you've been around massage ever in the past, they have even lymphatic massages. So movement, we know, helps get the body moving and process all the bad things. Chiropractic adjustments, again, help regulate the nervous system function and our body's ability to adapt. So, again, if you're going to write something down, as a headline out of this discussion in this workshop, movement is your body's natural immune pump. Think about that. Think about the blood flow. Think about when we move, it helps get things moving. All right, so natural remedies. Again, don't look at this one just yet. It's got the vitamin C in there. But first, when you feel a symptom come on, try to slow down. Don't push through it. Try to rest, because if you just keep driving, and pushing through and work harder, again, I love that work mentality, but we've got to rest. Number 2, so supplements, probably the most common question Dr. Helms and myself and Dr. Ryan get here in the office are questions about what supplements should I take. These are actually ones that I take every single day. I have actually started even drinking more teas, but vitamin C, the one that you hear often. So you're going to see the natural source. Again, we're a big pusher of try to get these from whole foods and natural foods themselves rather than a supplement, but if you must, supplements, you can take those as well. So vitamin C, zinc. To me, zinc and vitamin D3 should be the ones that you really are emphasizing, especially this geographical location. But vitamin D3 should also be taken with vitamin K, FYI. But you see for zinc, beans, nuts, and seeds are a general good source for those. Herbal teas, so again, chamomile, I would recommend more of that towards the end of the day because it does help you relax. Love ginger, love peppermint. These are all great things as well. And again, if you ever feel like you're having cold, flu symptoms, that actually does help make you feel better, a warm tea. C here. So home remedies, other things that you can dive into. I'm going to start from the bottom up. But honey and lemon, again, if you ever see, most cough drops have either lemon or honey, echinacea, things like that in there. So putting that in a warm tea, again, it does help coat the throat. And again, it does help make that feel better. Steam and inhalation humidifier. So, these are additional, little more creative things that you can do. Steam inhalation, again, I personally like putting things like peppermint or eucalyptus, some type of essential oil in there. Again, I've even taken essential oil and put it in the shower and try to really crank that heat and help the steam. And then the last one is a warm saltwater gargle. Once again, depending on how much discomfort you have in your throat, that is a good thing to do as well. So myths and facts, I love this one here. Cold weather causes illnesses. Excuse me, I don't believe that. Viruses actually cause illnesses. Lifestyle factors affect susceptibility. So let's really pause on this. Cold weather. Again, what I see often is, in cold weather, we're not getting outside, we're not active, we're not moving, and we're really not getting out in the sun and vitamin D and all the health benefits with that. So now you pair that we're all in close quarters. The other thing I personally think, and we do in the office, we talk about this a lot, is during the holidays, that usually happens, so we're eating crappy food. A lot of things go down for us in that time of the year. So also lifestyle factors. I mentioned this. We see a lot of patients in our office between us 3 doctors, and very, 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 very rarely do any of us get sick. So, that theory of, well, we're around everybody who's getting sick. I mean, we see a ton of patients, and we often say, if you're sick and you really feel like you can still make it here to the office, we urge that because we want to help boost your body's healing ability. But we also look at our lifestyle factors. We try to emphasize everything that we preach. We try to movement and exercise every day. We try to eat the best things. We try to get our sleep. We get adjusted. All of us get adjusted at least once a week. And we rarely deal with this ourselves. So, I think there is some value in that because, again, if we are super high stress, 0 sleep, not moving, eating crappy foods, not taking supplements, not taking care of ourselves, again, it's very easy to become sick. So over here, You only need to care about your immunity when you're sick. Oh my gosh, the fact that I even actually put this up here is we need to think about this every time, all the time, every day, every day. So sleeping, nutrition, and movement. Again, I'm going to talk about these three things until I'm blue in the face, but just as we talk about in chiropractic care, not just cold and flu, what are these things that you can be doing ahead of time? Your body's natural potential, your body's desire to heal and protect itself. Again, when we think of that, if you ever get a cut or scrape on your arm or on your hands, your body heals. Your body knows how to heal itself. We just need to make sure that there's no interference. So small daily habits, again, I pretty much think every workshop this entire year we've brought that up, is consistency, rhythm, and small daily habits make the biggest difference in the long run. In the long run, you have to think of that. Connecting with us here at Apex, if you want to learn more about your nervous system and spine and how that affects your nervous system, make sure to connect with us via Facebook, Instagram. Give our office a call if you have any questions, and we'll try to support you and your family here as well. So upcoming workshops. February 3rd, our next workshop, next week. I can't believe it's February already. We're going to be talking about stress. We like to call this the silent disease. February 10th, blood pressure, what you should know. Dr. Jake, this is one of his favorite ones to talk about, so he's going to be in here with us talking about this. February 17th and 24th, this is going to be fun. Again, another question we get often, pillows and mattresses. What do you look for? Is the money worth it? All of those things we'll talk about. We're going to have actually a guest from Kokonis Furniture here to do that. And February 24th happens to be the same guest. It'll be here on the 17th. We'll be here on the 24th. And we're going to go over his personal story. If you've caught his video in the past, he has been on our workshops. A great dude who has been through a lot, persevered, and is an amazing patient, and amazing, even more than that, is an amazing person. So we're going to love having him here for those 2 weeks. And yeah, we hope to see you here in February at Apex Spine Performance. Again, thank you guys for being here. Love to see everybody in person, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys next time.